Trust me when I say that I was innocent. Trust me.
Hello and welcome to France 24's weekly music show. Rocking out behind me at Seine is Alice Merton. And now the festival is in its 17th edition. It takes place outside of Paris. And this year organisers are relying heavily on exclusive acts such as The Cure, Georgia Smith and the infamous Aphex Twin. Here are some of the highlights.
It's one of the biggest dates on the French music calendar. And this year, it's a diverse lineup. With soul, hip-hop and electro artists taking top billing, alongside the usual rock and indie groups.
When I first heard about Rock on Seine, this is what I really thought. I thought it was more rock. But then when I heard about like the major artists that were coming, I realized that it could be more for everyone.
I think that the festival has adapted to young people's taste, to what we listen to, and that means less rock.
French collective Bagarre draw on a medley of rock, rap, house and punk influences. They think it's a good thing the festival is breaking down genre barriers.
That's a sign of the times. I think they follow what people are listening to. They could be criticized for that, but it's a bit banal to make that sort of choice today.
Rock on Seine is also working to even up the gender balance in their lineup, showcasing established names like French singer Jean Haddad. And up-and-coming acts, including British duo Let's Eat Grandma, who told us that things are heading in the right direction for gender equality.
We felt it particularly in the past when we were taking this seriously. And of course it's still an issue.
I feel like in the last few years, especially this year, like it feels like the number of bands with female members or all female bands is like improved so much.
Another fresh face at this year's festival, surf champion Leanne Curran, who's as at ease strumming riffs as she is catching waves.
Yeah, I've always had both passions in my life, like kind of obsessed with surfing and music, and they complement each other pretty well. You know, surf during the day, play by night, and yeah, I mean, both are part of my life, so.
With temperatures topping 31 degrees over the weekend, festival goers had some sensible advice for keeping cool.
Hydration and knowing when to get out of the crowd.
Water, some beer, and water, and patience.
A bottle of water and something to eat.
It was important to take the occasional time out. But this year's hot lineup soon had the crowds back on their feet.
Welcome to my crib. Please have a seat.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I think I hurt myself on the clap. Yeah.
I was working part-time in a 5 and dime. My boss was Mr. McGee. Told me several times that he didn't like my kind, 'cause I was a bit too leisurely.
Now in the dark, deep place that is E's tour bus. E from Eels, thank you very much for joining us on this France 24 show. You're no stranger to Rock on Seine Festival. You've played it a number of times before.
Yes.
Do you have any memories of it, or is it all faded in with other festivals?
This is the 19th time we've played it, I've just been told. And
I've been 17th
I've been perfecting, I've been on a quest for the perfect set list. I haven't quite got there, but it's gotten better. My experiments each year have improved, and I think tonight is going to be the night.
Anyone else in the lineup this year that you're particularly eager to see?
The Cure, of course.
Well, The Cure are kind of goth rock royalty.
Right.
And they're celebrating the 30th anniversary of Disintegration, which is one of my favorite albums of The Cure. And your last album is called Deconstruction. Coincidence or not?
Interesting, very interesting. Yeah.
Do you think people...
It's strange that after destroying so many things, we're both still around.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think people have a passion for destroying or taking down things?
Because it's fun. Everybody likes to blow stuff up. Don't you?
Yeah. What's the best thing you've blown up?
I mean, the tour manager frowns upon me blowing things up, so it's been a while. I was sort of forbidden at a certain point from blowing things up because there were some deaths.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't like to talk about it. It's a painful part of my life.
Apart from blowing things up, do you prank each other on this tour bus where we're sitting?
Don't ever leave your phone unlocked on the Eels tour bus.
Okay. What could happen?
Because the second someone sees it, they're like, ooh, unlocked phone, even if they don't know whose it is. And then you figure out whose it is, and then they'll go onto your social media and your email, and they'll send out embarrassing messages as if it's you sending things to all your contacts.
Classic.
So that's the one prank I would say that is a constant that you should look out for. Hold on to your phone.
And make a noise so everyone cannot mistake it's you. And let them know just what it's like when you're not alright.
Staying on the theme of goth rock and feelings and music, you've been very good throughout your career about talking about various emotions, but even dark, deep, difficult things. But you always keep a sense of humor.
Well, there's a saying in America, it's like a spoonful of sugar or a sweet suppository.
Yes, that's very French.
Like if you're going to give them some medicine, you got to give them something sweet to go with it.
I don't understand why you're doing this on the phone. Because that's what this feels like. It feels like nothing. Try.
Because nowadays, I feel like a lot of people, I don't know if it's through social media or so on, they like to express, their feelings, and they're very open about when they're going through difficult times and so on. Do you think it's still an honest way of doing it, or is it your own show? Is it the
That's a good
situationist
question.
thing?
It's a weird thing because you're trying to be as honest as you can, but you're also on display, so it's always a little uncomfortable in that way.
You've recently joined social medias such as Instagram and so on. How do you use it?
Honestly, I hate it, but I realized I wasn't going to win this one. If you can't beat them, join them. It's got some nice things about it, but I think ultimately it'll be the demise of us all.
Home dry. Drank all the blood. My heart is bone dry. I can't give you more 'cause you took all the wind shot.
Rock en Seine, a bit like Glastonbury a few years ago, was recently criticised for having a very hip-hop lineup, more hip-hop acts as their headliners. Yet hip-hop is the pop music of today. How does it feel for you as a rock artist going around festivals? Have you noticed that there's been more of a mix of genres?
Everything's completely different these days than when we started, and it's great. I mean, it's stuff has to change. It'd be boring if it was always the same.
Would you consider making a full-on hip-hop album, or collaborating with some hip-hop
I would definitely
artists?
collaborate with someone. I don't think anyone would be interested in me doing it alone. It would have to be a collaboration, but I would be very interested. I love Kendrick Lamar. I also love Billie Eilish. That's not hip-hop, but she's fantastic. There's just so much good new stuff.
I've often seen or read interviews where you say that when you're writing an album, you feel like you act like it's the last one you're writing. When are you doing the next one?
Hopefully before I die, so it will be the last one. I always you just feel like that. I think just maybe as a way to get through it, because it's so hard, and so you just feel like I got to put everything I got in me to get this done. This could be the last one.
tell me a bit about some festival tips you've picked up on surviving festivals over your years?
Every day we get a new tip. Order lunch an hour earlier. You know, that's a good one. Bring suntan lotion, mosquito repellent, a nice lawn chair. That's the most important.
And can you tell us a secret that you won't tell social media?
Oh, I've got a million of them. Where do we start? I'm so lazy. When I'm eating an apple and I get to the sticker part, I'm too lazy to take the sticker off, so I just eat around it.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank
it's
you.
been an
It was
utter
a pleasure.
Thank you. And that's it from this year's Rock en Seine Festival. Do stay tuned to France 24, and for more news of arts and culture, go to our website, france24.com. There's more news coming up next.